Say that again.
I'm assuming it won't ever flash up to us during the game.
Down what you're sending us just a little bit hot. Okay, awesome. That's good.
Number 7, Anna Lazareva. Number 3, Shelly Fanning. Number 16, Karis Watson. Number 12, Tori Stringer. And number 13, Leah Edmond.
Okay, we're basically good when you are. Back here at Van Andel Arena, getting ready for first serve between the Rise and the Vive Atlanta in GR round 2. Just the second time in Pro Volleyball Federation history that two teams have faced off against one another for the second time. Back inside our broadcast location at Van Andel Arena, Dan Hasty. Pleasure to have you along with us on this Sunday afternoon. Little Sunday matinee. Grace Will, the former coach at Caledonia High School, also has a lot of experience on the west side of the state. You name it, she's done it. She's played at Aquinas as well as Eastern Pennsylvania University. She joins us for the match today. Grace, good to have you. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me, Dan. Super excited.
So, the rise and the vibe. You've already gotten a chance to see this. You've been watching all these matches on YouTube TV. What did you, before we get into the rise and the vibe, let's take a step back. Let's go back to what we saw with Omaha, because that was a different team. It definitely wasn't the team that had lost 3 out of their first 4 matches, but they were also a preseason favorite, and they got a win here at Van Andel Arena. What was the reasons why we saw it go that way?
I think what we saw with that Omaha match was the Supernovas' ability to just kind of continue through the long rallies. I mean, at this level of volleyball, it's tiring, and I think what we saw with Omaha was their ability to stay in system in those long rallies, get those defensive balls up, and really just maintain that emotional momentum throughout the match in a way that Rise was unable to.
So it was Omaha coming out of that match winning 3-1. And one of the big reasons why was because they had big moments late. It was Grand Rapids that were not able to close the door. They couldn't finish out sets. They had 10 different set points, and they weren't able to capture them. But Omaha was able to do just that. So today, I'd have to imagine that that was probably a point of conversation for Kathy George. If you get this close, how do they need to find a way to lock it up?
Absolutely. I mean, and I'm sure that was a locker room conversation, because that wasn't the team that we're used to seeing. And I think, you know, I would have to imagine what they were stressing is just staying unified in those moments. It's really easy to get frustrated in this sport when you're feeling tired, when things aren't going your way. And so I think that the focus of Rise today is going to be to control that serve and pass game and really just give their setter, Ashley Evans, the opportunity to distribute the ball the way that she wants to and find their groove.
Starting lineups have been introduced. We'll give you the vibe starting lineup for the 4-1 Atlanta squad. Lenkator member Monet, the 5'7" outside who played as a Pitt Panther at the college level. Middle blocker is Shelly Fanning. Anna Lazareva is the opposite, Tori Stringer, formerly Tori Dilfer. Her father, Trent Dilfer, a former Baltimore Ravens quarterback and a Super Bowl champion. Leah Edmond and Karis Watson round out the starters for the Vibe. Meanwhile, on the side for Grand Rapids, it's a very familiar bunch. We see Ashley Evans back as a setter, Amelia Dimitrova, Claire Chaussee, Kayla Caffey, Simone Abbott, Marin Grote, and the libero in the white jersey today, the former UCLA Bruin, Sarah Sponsel. We'd also like to say good evening and welcome those of you watching along on YouTube for this contest between the Rise and the Vibe on a Sunday afternoon. And you saw the match against Omaha. It's got a lot to live up to after what we saw on Monday.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw set point after set point and going back and forth.
Grand Rapids 2-1 on the season, Atlanta 4-1. They will serve first. And they will do so with one of the very best the Pro Volleyball Federation has to offer. Leah Edmond will start us off here on a Sunday afternoon in GR. So glad to have you along with us. Really good crowd has filed in to Van Andel Arena today. Edmond from the near side corner throws it up, sends it across. Handled by the libero Sponsel to the back row, Chaussee. And out of a system attack, it's handled there and recovered by Grand Rapids. Evans going near side to Caffey. It's saved from the back row. They try to poke it over, and Evans keeps it alive for GR. Fight at the net, and Atlanta comes down with it thanks to their middle blocker. Right in the middle, that's Shelly Fanning, and it's 1-0 Rise. They get the first point.
Nice little rally to start off the match. I think this is a testament to what we're going to see tonight. Lots of back and forth.
Check that. They'll call that one for the Rise instead. So the Rise get the first point. Now it goes over, 1-0 GR. And another easy chance for Marin Grote. They don't get much easier than that. They tee it up, and Marin Grote, the former Washington Husky, makes it 2-0. That's Kayla Caffey to serve for the Grand Rapids Rise. Now to the opposite side, and the first point for Atlanta starts us off. Anna Lazareva the opposite. And the 10-year pro gets the Vibe their first point. 2-1 Rise on top. Evans looking near side. Dimitrova with an absolute missile to make it 3-1. Amelia Dimitrova, she had one of her best matches against this Vibe team. That came on the road. Now Dimitrova serves from the near side. Battle for it at the net from the back row. Edmond handled there by GR. Evans looking far side. Simone Abbott, her shot lands in, just hugged the line, and it's 4-1. GR's off to a good start on Sunday. Now Dimitrova once again. Pounds it across, handled. Atlanta on the attack, far side. And down it goes, a point for the Vibe. Anna Lazareva once more, getting an opportunity here today. A couple of changes in that Atlanta starting lineup. Not too many changes for GR. Lazareva to serve, handled there, GR. Evans looking for Simone Abbott, handled in the back row by Edmond. 10-foot line and a chance. Hugs the back line, and the Vibe get a point. It's 4-3. You get a look at Morgan Hentz, the libero, and now Lazareva to serve for Atlanta. 2 straight points for the Vibe. Evans with options, near side, Grote. Teeing it up and throwing it down. Marin Grote's off to a good start. 2-point Rise lead. And now Simone Abbott gets her first serve of the night. Throws it a mile high, and that one just a little bit too low. Service error, 5-4, GR's lead is 1. Lecator member Monet to serve for Atlanta. Back row for Chassé. Going to the opposite side. Grote with a little tap. Pop shot handled there by the Vibe. Opposite side, Lazareva, and it's blocked. Marin Grote makes it 6-4, and it's a big start for the former Washington Husky. We've seen Marin Grote do some really nice things, and she's sort of earned more and more playing time as this season has gone on. She serves. Edmond with a low line drive right back to her, pops it over. And a chance once more, handled by the Vibe. Going in and out of system formation. And a point that time for Atlanta with member Monet. Don't see a lot of 5-7 outside hitters, Grace.
No, you definitely don't. And I think what's so great to watch about member Monet is she has a unique ability to find that hole in the block, go high hands, go cross court.
Here's the 6'2" Karis Watson. It's Grand Rapids looking for Chassé. She's got her first kill in the first set. 7-5 Rise.
We're seeing early on how important that serve and pass game is, allowing these setters to put the ball where they want to and mix up the offense.
Ashley Evans, owner of the first serve in Rise history, sends it from the serve line here. Edmond, Stringer, little pop shot, diving play from the libero Sponsel, handled in a free ball over to Atlanta. Stringer, near side Edmond, a block, handled there by the Vibe, the opposite side. Lazareva, diving play by Sponsel in the back row. Chassé with a diving play on the other side. An outstanding play by Morgan Hentz. And Atlanta recovers to get the point. Now that's a volley. 7-6, Grand Rapids' lead is 1.
With these two liberos, we can see a lot of those. These are two very, very scrappy defensive players.
Tori Stringer for her first serve tonight. That one a little bit too strong. Chassé knew exactly where she was, and that's a point for GR, make it 8-6. Now Chassé gets her first serve. Chassé with 4 aces so far this year. And that one a little bit too short of the nets, 8-7. Now Leah Edmond gets the opportunity on the Vibe side, the former Kentucky Wildcat. Sponsel, Evans, opposite side, Dimitrova. Diving play there by Hentz. She's one of the best liberos going. Diving play on Sponsel's side for Simone Abbott. Outstanding play near side. Keeping it alive, and a point for Atlanta, courtesy of one of their best, Leah Edmond. We're tied at 8.
Both teams doing a really nice job of moving the ball around right now, keeping the blockers guessing.
2 straight points for the Vibe. Edmond serves. Too strong. That one overshot the back line by a wide margin, 9-8 GR. Maren Grote comes back for the Rise, spelling Sarah Sponsel. The serve for Kayla Caffey in the Rise.
28, Kayla Caffey.
The former Texas Longhorn and national champ. Keeping it alive, a mile high. Evans, opposite side, Dimitrova. A little pop shot, handled by the Vibe. And a block out in front. Maren Grote and Amelia Dimitrova. The lead is 2 for GR in set 1. (10-8) GR on top. Caffey to serve once more. Atlanta going the opposite way. Handled there by Chassé. Evans looking for Simone Abbott. She's got it. 3 straight for the Rise. It's 11-8. The native of Northville, Simone Abbott, gets the point.
Great shot by Abbott to see that defense already released, ready for that hard cross shot, which finds a drop in the middle of the court.
Abbott's played 7 years now in places like Italy, Greece, Puerto Rico, Turkey, and France. Chance out in front. Shelly Fanning had it knocked away. Grote calmly and quietly sends it over. Atlanta on the attack on the other side. Caffey keeps it alive. Evans, back row attack. Chassé got the point. Slams it down. That's Air Claire. 4 straight for GR. It's 12-8. Kayla Caffey's a good luck charm. I'm not saying it, but other people are. Almost got an ace that time. Nice play by Hentz to keep it alive. Chassé from the back row. They give it right back. And a tap handled by Atlanta. Near side, Stringer blocked. Jack that was Fanning. It got knocked away, and the Rise are on a 5-0 run. Atlanta's head coach is Todd Dagenet. 15 years at Central Florida. And actually coached at Michigan State just before Kathy George got there, 2005. Chance for Atlanta. A block. Held up and kept alive by Hentz. Going the other way. And a kill finally stops the run for Atlanta. Anna Lazareva, the opposite from Moscow, makes it 13-9.
That decision by Stringer is just what shows an excellent setter. The ability to go back to her player after she gets blocked, show that confidence in her, and it results in a kill.
Caffey comes out, Sponsel comes back. Chassé handles the Atlanta serve for Dimitrova. Found a little bit of room, and a beautiful, crafty play by the 17-year pro, Amelia Dimitrova, sneaks it in. Now Dimitrova serves after her team just went on a 5-0 run. Pounds it over. Edmond keeps it going. Stringer, a chance that's blocked, and it just sneaks in. Grote. She's off to a big start. It's 15-9 GR, and the Rise are the first to 15 in set 1. We'll talk about it when we come back from Van Andel Arena. Rise up 6 here on Rise Radio and YouTube TV.
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Trying to get a 5-0 run at every single set you possibly can. How much does that matter, especially early on like it was here?
I mean, it's everything. You know, volleyball is such a momentum sport, and right now all of that momentum and emotional energy is on the side of Rise, and that's going to directly affect their play.
Dimitrova serves. The Rise trying to stay over 500 with a win today. Hence keeps it alive, and a block out in front. Saved that time by Atlanta. They go the opposite way. Lazareva kept alive by Dimitrova. Evans going to the far side. Block out in front. Grove pulls a hand out, keeps it going. A free ball comes over. Now to the other side. Lazareva gets the point for the Atlanta side. Makes it 15-10.
Exactly what they wanted with that timeout. Get the ball back and get some of that momentum back with it.
Now serving number 7, Anna Lazareva.
So now Lazareva almost got the ace, and it comes right back. And to the Rise's credit, they get themselves a decent look with Simone Abbott. On the other side, Atlanta, Leah Edmond, it stays a mile high, and that one just a little bit too far. Court not quite big enough to allow Simone Abbott a chance to go track that one down, and it's 15-11.
That's Leah Edmond for you. If I'm Stringer, I'm finding her wherever she's at on the court. She's a hot hand right now.
Lazareva serves. That one almost goes down. Saved by Sponsel. Grote blocked partially out in front. Atlanta on the other side. Dimitrova saves it for GR. Looking for Simone Abbott. It's blocked, but it goes out of bounds, and the Rise get a point. You mentioned the hot hand. How important is that as a momentum play in this sport?
I mean, you know, as a hitter, there's some games where you're just on fire, and I think it's really what makes these setters so great is their ability to find that hot hand, but also distribute the ball so that we are keeping the block guessing on the other side.
It's one of those wicked serves from Simone Abbott. Atlanta handles, blocked, but another chance for the Vibe. Stringer to Edmond, little pop shot. It falls.
They find her again.
And why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, both teams trying early on to establish those middles, but right now we're seeing the pins be able to take over these matches from the front and the back court.
And you said before that this could be a big pin game.
Absolutely.
Across it goes from Lecator member Monet. Grand Rapids with Evans, back row attack. That's Dimitrova. Atlanta corrals it. And they slam it down with Lazareva. Well, the opposite getting some work in here in set number 1. 16-13, the Rise's lead is 3. And now member Monet played her college ball at Pitt. Sends it from the far back line. It almost looked like she was well behind that line as it strays out of bounds. Point GR, 17-13 Rise. And they'll send Maren Grote back to serve. Maren Grote, the Californian, native of Burbank. Saved near the back row. Stringer, Edmond, handled by GR. Evans with options for Chassé, got the point. Claire Chassé, one of the best in the PVF, makes it 18-13 GR. She's so fun to watch.
And she's just getting started. That's what's most exciting.
We've got a timeout. Atlanta, 18-13. The Rise's lead is 5. Trying to close out a first set win when we come back. You're listening to...
Our day has dawned. A new horizon is upon us. Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us.
Listening along on 96.1 The Game in Grand Rapids and watching along on YouTube TV. You are being treated to the in-house production here today. Dan Hasty, Grace Will along with you on this Sunday afternoon. Maren Grote, an opportunity to expand a 5-point Rise lead as they try and take set number 1. Over it goes, and an unbelievable play by Hens to keep it alive. They've got to go out of bounds to get it. Free ball GR. They put it in the middle for Evans, near side. And Kayla Caffey does the rest. 19-13, the former Longhorn comes up big.
I tell you what, Hens is an impact player. She's going to get balls up that not very many other liberos in the country can.
She was also one of those preseason All-PVF first team nominations. Lecator member Monet comes out. They send Lazareva back in off the bench. But the only team in the PVF with 2 members of the league's first team, the Atlanta Vibe. Leah Edmond the other. Evans, back row attack, Evans, blocked in front. That's what I believe was Edmond. It was. 1914 GR.
Now serving number 16, Harris Watson.
There's a shot that Atlanta is able to pound down for another point. 2 quick points for the Vibe after a 6-point Rise lead. This is kind of the stage in which they struggled a little bit with Omaha in the first set, trying to close out their sets. Obviously in sets 2 and 3 they did not. But in the first set, Omaha was able to rally. Let's see if Grand Rapids can take care of it with Dimitrova. Diving save a couple different times. Free ball comes over. Dimitrova to Evans. Chaussee pounds it down. And that gets the Rise a 20-15 lead.
Chaussee loves that shot, and I tell you what, she's got quite the arm swing there. She's able to go high and fast with that block.
Chaussee, the former Louisville Cardinal, the ACC Player of the Year in 2022. Ashley Evans serves. Handled overhand by Edmond. Another chance. Sponsel keeps it alive. Wanted to go Chaussee at the 10-foot line. Partially blocked, comes right back over, but Atlanta recovers. Far side, Lazareva missed it. They get it back. Keeping it alive, Chaussee after Evans may have caught her in the face. Atlanta to set up with Stringer. Opposite side attack for Fanning. Handled by Grand Rapids. Dimitrova pounds at 100 miles per hour. Save there. Atlanta taps it over. Evans keeps it going. Dimitrova setting up Chaussee. And it goes back to Atlanta. Good volley here. Evans keeps an Atlanta attack alive. Dimitrova blocked out in front. Dimitrova got a piece of it on the way down. Chaussee has a chance. Saved in the back row by the Vibe. Quick tap over. Kept alive momentarily. And Simone Abbott can't corral it in the back row.
That is a momentum-building rally. It was long, they're tired, and the ability of the Vibe to come out and win that, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to rattle off a few points with that energy.
It's that important, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, volleyball is an emotionally charged game, and when you can get that momentum back on your side, suddenly a 4-point gap doesn't seem so big.
We saw that on Monday against Omaha. Tori Stringer to serve for the Vibe. Back row, Chaussee finds Evans. Back to Claire. Kept alive momentarily, but there's that next point for the Vibe.
Let's go, Rise!
And I was just about to say, you almost wonder about if this might be a good chance for a Grand Rapids timeout. And it looks like Kathy George is thinking along those same wavelengths.
Absolutely. I mean, a long rally and then a nice stuff block. That's going to build momentum, and Kathy wants to keep that on the Rise side.
I guess timeouts are really the best way that you can block momentum in situations like this, right? I mean, I would imagine that's why Kathy George just took that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as a player coming out to serve after a timeout, there's definitely added pressure.
I heard that if the team who calls the timeout gets the point, we'll keep it right here, by the way. if the team that gets the point out of the timeout, that's called a coach's point. As a former coach, is that true?
Oh, absolutely. Those are my favorite points to rack up. That's in my opinion, that's the most important stat category. But
this has been a kind set to the Grand Rapids Rise. In their first 3 matches, they have won all 3 of their first sets by an average score of 25-19. They took the first set from the 5 on the road. Five had ended up on opening night taking down Omaha on the road in 5 sets. GR the first to lose, or rather the last PVF team to lose a match, and that came against Omaha on Monday. Now Tori Stringer ready to send it across, with Grand Rapids looking for answers, up by 3. Chaussee to Evans. Opposite side, Dimitrova stops the run, give the coach a point.
Nice job, Kathy.
Kathy George, the longtime Michigan State head coach, also a Western Michigan head coach before that, so she is no stranger to the west side of Michigan. Chaussee serves. Back row, keeping it alive. Lazaria blocked out in front. That looked like Kayla Caffey make it 22-17, and the Rise are closing in. Timeout, Atlanta. Rise are up 5. This is Rise Radio and TV, presented by University of Michigan Health West.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
With a 5-point advantage. Shout out to all the moms out there listening along on 96.1 The Game and watching along on YouTube TV. Grand Rapids with a 5-point advantage. Chaussee puts it up, and throwing it down up front is Simone Abbott. That's probably not where Atlanta wanted to return that serve. And it's out. Chaussee looking for a point to give the Rise. Set point here in the first. At the net, opposite side, Lazareva handled by Chaussee. Evans going towards Abbott. Little poke, handled. Atlanta, hence to Edmond. Got it down, and a point for the Vibe. 23-18, the Rise lead is 5.
I'd expect a lot more of these balls to go to Edmond this late in the set. She's the go-to. She's got that confidence.
Edmond to serve for Atlanta. Abbott for Evans. Going to Dimitrova. Blocked at the top. Quick tap down. Kept alive there, and it goes out of bounds. And here we are in set 1. Set point. Cue the lights at Van Andel Arena. Kayla Caffey to serve. Handled by Hentz. Stringer going to the back row. Popped over. Evans keeps it going. They send it right back to Dimitrova for the first set win. Handled for now by Atlanta. Near side. Popped up. Kayla Caffey keeps it alive. Chaussee for Abbott. Poked over and out of bounds. Atlanta keeps themselves alive here in the first set.
Expect this ball to go to Chaussee or Abbott, trying to get those outsides out of system.
That final point was the hardest to get on Monday against Omaha. Abbott, Evans, Grote, and that's it! Set number 1 as Marin Grote propels the Rise to a 1-0 lead here on Sunday. 25-19, the Rise takes set number 1. We've got set number 2 on the other side of this timeout. It's Rise Volleyball on YouTube, and 96 won the game.
Let's go celebrate now. Let's go.
Their building just about 2 weeks ago. So how important is that coming into a situation? Because we talked before this game, you said it's not easy to beat a team twice in a row.
Absolutely not. I mean, you can see these players, they want to win. I mean, and I would argue that a lot of these players hate to lose more than they love to win. And that's what makes it so hard to beat a team twice in a row. I mean, we see Leah Edmond demanding the ball out there. And I think that we're going to see her take over a little bit more this set. They want to come back and take over that win.
Hates to lose more than loves to win. Spoken like a true coach. By the way, Grace is at Rise Academy. She's the 12U national coach. Was doing some work at the high school level at Caledonia High School. Now we get a chance to see GR trying to capitalize on the momentum that they have built. They were in this spot on Monday against Omaha, so if anything, Kathy George has probably been able to remind her team that nothing's in the bag, even if you win set number 1. Chassé starts out number 2 for GR. Said Marin Grote's name a whole lot in that first set. Maybe we'll say Chassé's a little more in the second, or perhaps Dimitrova. There are options on that GR side. Handled by GR. Evans going to the front. That's Kayla Caffey who bangs it down, and it's 1-0 GR. Kayla Caffey, to this point, came into today with a .467 hit percentage. And for those of you at home, that is off the charts.
It's excellent. I mean, as a middle, you would hope that stat be higher, but I mean, she just does it like no other.
Atlanta receives the serve. Out in front, handled by Sponsel in the light libero jersey. Looking for Dimitrova near side. Pounds it down, and it's 2-0 Rise.
To your point, Dan, regarding Kathy, not only as a middle do you want to be putting those balls down, but your main job is to distract the other team. You keep those blockers hanging with you a little bit longer, that frees up shots for your pins.
Kayla Caffey, All-American, went to the same high school as Kathy George. Mother Macaulay in Chicago. Chaussee keeping it alive. Evans looking this time for Simone Abbott. Right back to GR. Evans with another chance. There's Caffey, kept alive, and a free ball comes over. Outstanding play in the back row by the Vibe. Now Caffey able to send it through, and the first 3 points go to the Rise in set 2.
Evans doing a great job finding Caffey in transition, and Caffey doing a great job being available.
And Caffey, to her credit, was doing this in college as well. She was second in the SEC during her time at Texas, with an over 400 hitting percentage at the college level. Atlanta gets their first point. They find Anna Lazareva. And now Shelly Fanning, the former Baylor Bear, serving for Atlanta. Abbott handles, there's Evans, right back to Simone. Partially blocked, Atlanta controls. Sponsel keeps it going for GR, looking to Dimitrova, who has a wide open lane, and the Rise have a 4-1 lead. Point GR. Dimitrova had one of her best matches against Atlanta a little over a week ago. It's no surprise, we've said her name a lot to this point. Now it's 4-1 GR. Caffey over, handled by Allie Lenahan, who's checked in. Evans, little pop shot from Aaron Grote. A whistle. Did we get a net touch that time? Either way, it's a 5-1 Rise lead.
Stringer and Edmond trying to find that timing on the Vic. She's been forced to tip it over a few times, and I think once they establish that timing, we're going to see a little bit of a different side of Leah Edmond.
Caffey. Edmond handles for Atlanta. Opposite side, handled by GR. Evans looking near side. Dimitrova again. Back-to-back points during the sequence for Amelia Dimitrova. 6-1, the Rise with a 5-point lead. Timeout, Atlanta. And that is a momentum play.
Absolutely.
6-1 GR on top. Here on Rise Radio. You've got the Grand Rapids Rise presented by U of M Health West.
The wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of pens.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight's going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
6-1, they lead the Atlanta Vibe. Here from downtown Grand Rapids, Dan Hasty, Grace Will. It's the Rise who have been able to take advantage of a whole lot of momentum. Late in the first set, the Vibe started to try and put together a rally, but the Rise took care of it, curved it the other way, and now have scored 6 of the first 7 points in set 2. And how have they done that, Grace? I mean, we said a lot of Amelia Dimitrova, and that's obvious from pretty much even being this far away. As Caffey gets it across. Save that thought. A little bit out of bounds that time from Caffey at 6-2. But the coach gets the point on the other side for Atlanta.
I think what we're seeing the Rise right now is they're just controlling the pace of the game. Again, it's that energy. When you have the energy on your side, you can dictate the flow of the game and the pace, and Atlanta's just trying to play catch-up right now.
Lazareva to serve for ATL. Little too long and out of bounds. Boy, that was so close. That's where you might have to give Bold 6 a call. This guy's I've been keeping a close eye on what happens near the out-of-bounds lines. And we were saying it before this match. You're still kind of surprised and thrown off that there aren't any line judges here.
Absolutely.
Dimitrova serving for GR. Handled there, Linehan. Opposite side, Lazareva. Grand Rapids keeps it going. Far side for Abbott. Throws her right arm in it, and it's saved by Atlanta. Outstanding play by Linehan in the back. Now a block out in front, and it falls. Marin Grote gives the Rise an 8-2 lead.
To your point, Dan, I mean, the game has just gotten so fast that we're having to rely on technology now to be able to make these calls accurately.
So we need it, is what you're saying.
At this level, absolutely. I would not want to be down there calling touches on these players.
Those poor line judges. Dimitrova gets an ace. First ace of the day for GR, and it goes to the Rise and Amelia Dimitrova. Dimitrova's second ace of the year. We were talking before this match. Got a chance to catch up with our referees today. First, let's see where this point goes. 9-2 GR. Allie Linehan able to put it down. 9-3 our score. Suzanne Lowry, our second referee. Our first referee, Bill Thornburg. You got the impression that they're just as happy about those cameras as anybody else. Atlanta pounds it across. Chance at the net. And down it goes. Sponsel could not get to it. Point for ATL. And it's 9-4 Grand Rapids. Allie Linehan, who actually just got activated before this contest, coming back from an injury. Evans looking for Simone Abbott, blocked, but Evans keeps it going. Right back to Simone, blocked. And Atlanta gets the point.
Linehan can very easily become an impact player. National championship at Kentucky, and I mean, she had the game-winning kill against Texas, so she is a player who you can go to in those key moments.
By the way, that block looked like Karis Watson. Another chance for Linehan as the Vibe trying to dig out of a 9-2 deficit. They've got 3 straight points. And somehow kept alive. Battle at the net. Atlanta sets up. Stringer looking for Watson. Keeps it going. Evans with a little pop. Saved in the back row by ATL. Vibe try to keep it going. Now the Rise on the offensive. Simone Abbott blocked. To the back row attack. Grand Rapids controls, looking for Dimitrova. Diving stop by Morgan Hens to dig it out. Atlanta free balls it over to GR. Ashley Evans for Dimitrova again. Popped up and point Grand Rapids. Amelia Dimitrova stops the Vibe run at 3 straight. Now we get Simone Abbott on the serve. Abbott's got a couple of aces of her own. Comes from a huge athletic family. Her younger brother, AJ, played football at Wisconsin and here at Western Michigan, not too far from here. Evans keeps it going. Sponsel, back row attack. Dimitrova, a little too much on that. The Vibe get a point, 10-6, GR. And now Karis Watson, the former Clemson Tiger. That's less than 100 miles from Atlanta and Gas South Arena, where the Vibe play. Evans pops it up for Chassé. 2 hands it over. Now the Vibe get a chance to return. A block out in front. As the chance for Leah Edmond was sent packing by Marin Grote. 11-6 Rise. Grote had a really big first set. And now she gets to serve it for Grand Rapids. Spins it in her left, pounds it with her right. Edmond handles. Stringer with a quick tap over, and she caught the Rise that time. Point Atlanta, 11-7.
Smart play by Stringer. She's one of those setters. She's not going to dump the ball often, and that's why she's able to capitalize on those moments. She knows when to go, and the other team isn't prepared for it.
How often were you doing that as a setter?
Too much, if you ask my mom, who was my coach.
I have a feeling she might be listening to this.
Oh, she's listening. Don't you worry. Hi, Mom.
11-7. Hi, Mom. Back row shot. Dimitrova with a shot that a mother could love and everybody else. It's 12-7 GR.
get the feeling that Atlanta was preparing more to take over on Chausse, and we're seeing Dimitrova take a heavy load for Rise right now.
It's Ashley Evans' turn, the former Purdue Boilermaker. A little too strong that time, out of bounds, and the Vibe make it 12-8. Leah Edmond to serve. 4-time All-American at Kentucky. SEC Player of the Year as a junior and a senior. When this league came together, it kind of felt like Leah Edmond had to be in it. Atlanta looking to set up. Lazareva gets the point. The Vibe have themselves 2 straight, and it's 12-9 GR.
There was some emotion behind that shot.
Edmond with her 2nd straight serve. Sponsel digs it out. Opposite side, Dimitrova. Great play by Morgan Hens to keep it alive in the libero jersey. Chausse on the other side. Helps Evans set up. Dimitrova pokes it over. Saved there by Atlanta. Back row attack. Edmond gets the point. She slams it with a right hand. 3 straight for Atlanta. It's 12-10. GR's lead now down to 2. Grand Rapids had as big as a 7-point advantage. Now it's down to 2. Evans looking for Chausse far side. Handled by the Vibe. Hens looking at the net. Lazareva finds near the back row and gets it in line. 12-11. The Rise lead is 1.
Great ball by Morgan Hens, giving her hitter an opportunity to get a kill out of system.
And a timeout taken by Kathy George and the Grand Rapids Rise. We step aside as the Vibe have found a way to crawl out of a 7-point deficit. And we've got a set here once again, 12-11 GR. It's Pro They also have a 1-0 lead in this match. Set number 2 here from Van Andel, Dan Hasty and Grace Will. Grace, what are the Vibe doing? How sudden they've snuck out of a huge hole.
I mean, you're going to hear me say it the rest of the day. It's that emotion, that energy. They came out of set 1 knowing that they needed to fire each other up, and we're seeing that reflect in the score.
Todd Dagenet, the head coach of Atlanta. Well, he was given such an unbelievable duo between Leah Edmond and Morgan Hens. Both preseason all-pro volleyball team and the only team in the league with 2 representatives on that list. Edmond sends it over. Edmond given to Dimitrova. Atlanta recovers. Opposite side. Sponsel keeps it alive after the attack. Chausse pounds it through. Hens keeps it alive, but it's right back to GR. Evans looking opposite side. Dimitrova blocked. Chausse keeps it going. Evans for Dimitrova. Handle towards the net. Fought for in the back row, and a free ball goes over. Good job by the Rise to keep it going. They live to see another moment, but Edmond pounds it down, and we're tied at 12.
And to your point about Hens, Dan, she was a household name in her time at Stanford. I mean, you'd see her take up more than half of the court at times, and she was able to do it, and very rarely will you see a ball drop on her.
6 straight points for the Vibe. Edmond over Sponsel. Evans trying to stop the bleeding, and they will, with Kayla Caffey in the middle. 13-12. That's been a good business decision when the Rise have decided to make it. Kayla Caffey gets her team to serve, and Claire Chausse will do so from the far side of the back row. Left it a little bit short.
quite a few service errors early on, and I mean, it's a fine line. You've got to balance out that aggressive serve with also not wanting to hand over free points, but at this level, if you don't serve aggressively, you might as well miss it.
She's one of the most aggressive players on that service line for Grand Rapids. Simone Abbott on the return. She gets the point right back, and it's 14-13 GR.
Nice wrist away shot by Abbott, finding that seam in the block.
Sponsel comes out, Marin Grote comes back in. Kayla Caffey serves. Edmond to Stringer. Lazareva pounds it, and it sneaks inside the back line. Point, Atlanta, we're tied at 14.
Both right sides playing a crucial role in this match.
Lazareva serves. Sponsel, Evans, wanted Abbott, saved, kept alive by the Vibe. What a play by Lazareva. Evans trying the other side. Dimitrova blocked. Atlanta needs to get it over. And it's out of bounds. Point GR.
The defensive effort on both sides has been so fantastic to watch. Stringer over there laying out very often for those balls. And the speed of this play is just incredible.
How much are you in awe when you watch these?
I'm fangirling pretty hard right now. I was watching these players when I should have been doing my homework when I was in high school.
1 point Rise lead. You wouldn't be the first person to do something other than their homework. Tied at 15 is the Vibe able to poke it across.
I hope my mom wasn't listening for that part.
What are you worried about? You graduated, you're fine.
I did graduate, you're right. Sorry, Mom. I paid a lot of attention to Trick.
She's sitting there. That's not all that got paid. 15-15. Now what's going on with Leah Edmond? Talking things over with our first official near the scorers table. It's Bill Thornburg, our first referee. Now Allie Lanahan, a chance for the Vibe. She serves. Gives it to Abbott. Now Evans, quick chance for Grote. Sponsel keeps it going. Evans far side, Simone Abbott. It comes back, and a chance saved in the back row by Linehan. Atlanta pounds it over. It goes right back to the Vibe. A great chance on the doorstep. Edmond pounds it down, and the Vibe have their first lead in the second set. It was once 9-3 in favor of GR. And now the Vibe are showing up and showing out here in the second set. Simone Abbott kept alive that time. They free ball it over. Dimitrova, Evans, Grote. There's a point, and we're tied up once more at 16. They've really relied on Marin Grote so far today.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, she came in and she earned that playing time, and she's running with it. Putting up great numbers defensively and offensively in the middle.
Played one season in the Athletes Unlimited Pro League. So many of these players did that. Simone Abbott serve, handled by the Vibe. Sponsel keeps it going. A battle at the net. Evans had it hit her in a funny spot. A free ball goes over to Atlanta. Stringer, back row attack. Sponsel handles for GR. Near side, Dimitrova. Out of bounds, point GR. They couldn't get it inside the line from the back row with Linehan, and at 17-16, Rise get the lead. Simone Abbott, the former Northwestern Wildcat. That high arcing serve, and she's got an ace. Nobody's serving that Rise uniform, I think, looks cooler than Simone Abbott. She has that wicked right hand.
And we're starting to see that topspin serve come back into play, not only at the professional level, but it's becoming more prevalent at the collegiate as well.
Timeout Atlanta, 18-16, the Rise with the lead here in set number 2. They've got a 1-0 lead. This is Rise Radio and YouTube, presented by University of Michigan Health West.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
step of the way.
Welcome back. It's Grand Rapids Rise Volleyball. It's the Rise 18, the Atlanta Vibe 16. Dan Hasty, Grace Will with you from Van Andel Arena. Rise trying to stay above the 500 mark. They came into this week 2-0, lost to Omaha here at Van Andel, and now getting ready to embark on their first multi-game road trip. They've got 3 straight away from GR. They want to head out a winner. Simone Abbott serve, handled. Karis Watson able to slam it down in the back row. A point for the bye makes it 18-17. Grand Rapids heads to San Diego, then to Orlando. And after they visit Mickey and Minnie, it's back to San Diego. So some frequent flyer miles heading the way of the Grand Rapids Rise. 18-17. And a chance for the Vibe to even us up. Vibe serves, gotten in the back row. Chassé gets it right back from Evans and pounds it down. It's a 2-point Rise lead thanks to Claire Chassé. Sponsel comes out. Now to serve, it's Marin Grote. Get another substitution on the Vibe side, by the way.
Let's go, Rise!
Karis Watson trying to come back in. Trying to come in for Kamaili Hiapo. Former BYU Cougar checks out. See if the Rise can separate themselves in a much tighter second set than we saw in set number 1 with Marin Grote at the service line. Not the way Edmond wanted to hit it. Ends up in the back row. Edmond with a great chance considering the circumstances. Evans looking for Chassé. Finds room, and it's a 3-point Rise lead with Claire Chassé getting the kill.
Claire, one of those players, she can just hang up in the air, and that gives her the ability to find that hole in the block. She can hit any shot in the gym.
Air Claire might be my favorite nickname in this league. Marin Grote serves for the Rise. And they have to free ball it over. Nearly an ace that time for Grote. Evans, far side, that's Chassé. Vibe, keep it going. Lazareva did, but a block out in front. Ashley Evans sends it packing. 21-17 GR.
I'll tell you, Dan, as a setter, that feels good. You don't get all those blocks as often, and it's pretty exciting when you do.
Kind of had to do a double take when you look down and saw the number on the jersey.
Oh, absolutely.
Evans does that. That's one of the parts of her game. That's her 7th block this year. She got 2 of those per contest. Now, essentially, a free ball over, and there's Evans once again. Ashley Evans taking over. 3 straight for the Rise in the crucial moments of set 2.
I like to call that ball happy birthday.
That's the one you want to get as much as possible. If you get a lot of those, you probably don't lose that day. Another substitution as out goes Tori Stringer. We see Marley Montserrat comes in for her. That's an interesting substitution. Marin Grote serves. Now saving it at the net. The Rise find a way to keep it alive with Abbott to Chassé. Saved by Hentz, who digs it out. Back row attack, Linehan. Down goes Dimitrova to keep it going. Chassé pounds it. And a point goes to Grand Rapids. It's a 6-point advantage, and the Rise are starting to pull away in the second set. Tell me about Atlanta changing setters that time. What did you see?
So I saw Grace Cleveland come in, who she is an opposite with quite the wingspan, and I think that they're just trying to get a different look on the court.
Grote serves, low liner, back to Edmond, blocked. Hentz sending it towards the net, pounded through, and a point for Atlanta.
I mean, as a setter, your job is so difficult. You've got to figure out what everybody wants, and it's a little different by each hitter. I think this substitution just trying to give those hitters a different look, maybe see if we can establish a better connection.
Over it goes from Atlanta. Evans with a back row attack for Dimitrova. Hentz keeps it. Quick surprise shot. Saved there by GR. Nice job to keep it going. Edmond pounds it, and it's a little bit too long. GR gets the point, and it's set point here at number 2. This was, for the record, the toughest point for the Rise to get on Monday night. So nothing can be considered locked up until that 25th or whatever the point necessary is to finish the set. Atlanta with Leah Edmond blocked! It's Emilia Dimitrova, and the Rise have back-to-back set wins over the Vibe. That's just the 5th block of the year for Emilia Dimitrova, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Two nothing, the Rise with the lead over the Vibe. And Grace, I'll tell you what, on Monday night, you saw it was so hard to get that win in the second set. It's nice to have a couple that you don't have to worry about as much.
Absolutely, and again, it's that pressure on the opposing side. If you can go back and be confident with that serve, have a few points, just ease into it, it's a much easier job.
What was it about that second set? Because if you remember, the Rise had a 6-point lead. The Vibe came back, took a 2-point lead, and then the Rise pulled away. Was there just so much energy expelled to get back into that second set that the Vibe ran out of gas, or was it something else?
You know, I mean, I think that definitely plays a role in it, but also I feel like what we're seeing from the Rise is just that confidence. They look comfortable with each other, their connections are established, and I feel like the Vibe are still trying to figure that out. They haven't been able to establish their middles as strongly as Rise has, and as we said, that plays a huge factor in being able to free up those pins.
Well, and on top of that, the fact that we've seen Grand Rapids find a way to close out these sets rather quickly, I'd have to imagine that's doing something for their collective psyche after what happened on Monday.
Absolutely, and winning those long rallies, I mean, everybody gets tired during those, and if you can come out of that being the team that celebrates, it definitely contributes to that momentum. We're also seeing the Rise be able to put up more defensive balls in system, and Evans is able to run the offense as she pleases.
Give me your favorite thing that you saw from Grand Rapids in the first 2 sets, or just the one thing they have to do in set 3.
I think my favorite thing and what they have to continue to do is just the way that they are really steady. They are high energy right now, but they're maintaining it, and that can be really hard to do. You don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low, and I think that Rise has done a great job of just finding their groove and playing this game the way they know how to.
You've been watching these players pretty much your entire life, so these rosters, when they were set, you knew probably who was going to be good and who probably wasn't. So the fact that the Rise and the Vibe have now played a total of 6 sets, and Grand Rapids has won 5 of those sets against a team that was right up there with Omaha in the preseason rankings. How impressive is that team?
I mean, it's beyond impressive. We're seeing with every team in this league, the experience is just unmatched. We've got SEC players, Big 10, Big 12. We've got multiple conference players of the years on this very court right now. And it's been so impressive to see which teams are able to just utilize that talent.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some numbers from the first 2 sets, and then we'll get you all set for set number 3. It's Grand Rapids and Atlanta. 2-0 the Rise with a 2-set lead. It's intermission time here on Rise Radio.
Is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us!
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Every step of the way.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Sets back here at Van Andel Arena. The Rise with a 2-0 lead over Atlanta. So the number of kills, really the first and most important place that we go. Amelia Dimitrova leading the way. She's got 10. Claire Chassé and Maren Grote each with 6 apiece. Simone Abbott with 5. Also have a couple of aces to go along with that for GR. On the other side, Anna Lazareva, we said her name a ton today, 11 kills. She's at a 44% kill percentage to this end. Leah Edmond with 8 to this end. 25 total on the Atlanta side. So there's a look at who's leading things in terms of the offensive side for the Rise and the Vibe. We're just about to start set number 3 here in GR. Dan Hasty, Grace Will, cannot thank you enough for joining us. And don't forget, the next time that Grand Rapids is back here at Van Andel Arena, it's going to be a little while. March the 9th, Columbus comes back for an opening night rematch here in Grand Rapids. It's a 12 o'clock start. First 1,000 to receive a trucker hat. Be on the air at 11:45 a.m. That will be a busy 24-hour stretch inside Van Andel Arena. The night before, Grand Rapids Griffins hockey. Then at noon on Saturday, it's the Rise, and then later in the evening, it'll be Grand Rapids Gold of the NBA G League, or the affiliate of the Denver Nuggets. So yes, a shout out to all the workers here at Van Andel Arena who have to tear down and build up different scenes and sets. And we know it's going to be fun come March the 9th right here at Van Andel. Get your tickets online, grrise.com. Ready to start the third set here in Grand Rapids. Atlanta gets the serve as the teams switch sides. Allie Linehan, the former Kentucky Wildcat, pounds it over, and set 3 is underway. Evans to Abbott, blocked partially, but out of bounds, and the Rise get the first point of set number 3. That one ended up in Kathy George's hands. You got a chance to meet her before the game. That was fun watching you meet her. Kayla Cappy moves it over. A chance to the near side, and that one finds the back row. A point there for Karis Watson. But Kathy George, she's seen a thing or two.
She has, and I'll tell you what, my hand was shaking a little bit when she shook it, but she was fantastic.
Karis Watson serves for Atlanta. Chassé controls in the back row. Quick attack with Marin Groth, saved there by Atlanta. Edmond going far side. A chance to the back row. Chassé has to free ball it over, and they do. Looking in the front of the middle. It's saved by Chassé. Opposite side, Simone Abbott pounds it down, and the Rise have a 2-1 lead. And it looks as if Atlanta is going to stick with their setter Marley Monserrat here for the third set. So we saw it at the end of the second set, and a personnel change there for the head coach on the Atlanta side, Todd Dagenet. Amelia Dimitrova, the lefty, to serve. Monserrat pops it over, and it goes down.
Something to note, Dan, regarding that substitution is that occurred earlier this season with Monserrat and Stringer. In their post-game interview, Monserrat said that Stringer was the best teammate she could have asked for in that moment, and that's something you love to see with these players. They're not used to sitting the bench, and so to be able to just maintain that support for each other is very impressive.
Monserrat serves for Atlanta. Chassé pops up. They look for Dimitrova, who leads her team in kills to this point with 10. On the other side, a point for Atlanta thanks to Leah Edmond.
And Sponsel was right there, but Edmond just put way too much power behind that ball.
Marley Monserrat played collegiately at UCLA. Now the Bruin looking for a chance to extend the Vibe lead at 3-2. But instead, Ashley Evans has other ideas, and we're tied at 3. Simone Abbott gets an opportunity. She has a pair of aces, the only 2 to this point for GR. Check that Dimitrova has the other one. Here's a quick look and a free ball that comes over, and it's put in an easy spot. You can't make it that easy for Claire Chassé.
Happy birthday, Claire.
Gotta like that line.
It's a fun one.
I'm gonna need more of those from you before we're done here.
You got it.
4-3 GR. Abbott sends it a mile high and kills it over. A chance and a block out in front with Marin Groth. 5-3 GR. Groth was the one that got out of the gate early that really set the tone for GR tonight. Now it's Simone Abbott. He's already got an ace tonight. That one a little bit too long. Service error, 5-4 GR.
That topspin serve, high error, but high reward. Abbott's willing to take that risk.
Gives it to Leah Edmond, and a chance for the Vibe. We haven't gotten our attendance numbers yet. I can't wait to see what this looks like tonight. Just like you can't wait to see Amelia Dimitrova send it down, 6-4. Tack on another one for the 17-year pro. Maren Grote serves for Grand Rapids. Scores it over. Monserrat, an open look, and pounding it down is Anna Lazareva. 6-5 GR. In both of the first two sets, the Rise have found a way to pull away, especially towards the end of their sets. Vibe got down big early, but rallied in set two. Chassé pokes it over, keeping it alive. Atlanta. Sponsel, great job, but not enough hits to get it back across. And we're tied at 6 here in the third. 2-0 Grand Rapids leads. Here in GR. A serve for the middle blocker, Shelly Fanning. Atlanta's Vibe sends it over. Chassé on the other side, partially blocked. Edmond controls. Monserrat back to Edmond. Swings with the right hand and lands. 7-6 Vibe. I can see why they named them the Vibe. That's so important in this game. Energy, momentum, chemistry, and vibes.
Absolutely, it encompasses all of that.
And we've seen both teams take advantage of those momentum plays here tonight. Another Fanning serve, and that one too far. We're tied at 7. Atlanta sends Morgan Hentz back in, Fanning to the bench. And Ashley Evans, the native of Liberty Township, Ohio, the All-American serves. Little poke over. Evans keeps it going. Dimitrova slams it with the left, but a block. Karis Watson makes it 8-7 Atlanta. Also, shout out to those mopping the floor here today. They were so busy on Monday because those sets continued to go so much longer than 25 points. Hence, a chance for Atlanta. 10-foot line attack, and it falls. Anna Lazareva makes it 9-7 Atlanta. They've got a multi-point lead. They haven't had many of those tonight.
No, and I'll tell you what, it makes for some great volleyball, this back and forth.
Lazareva serves. And that one took a bad bounce, got a piece of Ashley Evans, make it 10-7 Atlanta.
We can call that one Merry Christmas if you want, Dan.
You're covering all the holidays now, I like that. There's a few more left though. And the Rise get it right back. Lazareva serve goes netward, 10-8 Atlanta. That'll send Chassé to the service line for GR. Chassé, couple of service errors today. And that's one into the net as well. 11-8 Atlanta. It's been a tough day back there for Chassé. One of those members of the preseason all-PVF first team. She is a big reason, as big as any, why the Rise have won 2 of their first 3 matches. Evans looking for Abbott. Kept alive there. Edmond looking for Lazareva, and it falls. And the Vibe have a 4-point lead. This is their biggest lead in any set today.
Back to Chassé, what's so impressive about her is today she might be having a little bit of an off day in the stat categories, but you still see her out there leading her team with a smile on her face, contributing to that energy.
Meanwhile, the Vibes celebrating all the special occasions. Birthdays, Christmas time. They've got a 4-point lead here in set 3. 12-8 Atlanta on top. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to Rise Radio and watching along on YouTube.
We gonna take it
Had a roster move this week. Rise had outside hitter Kenna Sauer claimed off their practice squad on Tuesday and added to the Vegas Thrills active roster. Sauer was selected as the 18th overall pick in the 3rd round of the inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation draft held in December. And more notably, Sauer became the first player in Pro Volleyball Federation history to be claimed off of a team's practice squad. So, if nothing else, it leads to more opportunity. And best wishes and best of luck to Kenna Sauer in her time with the Vegas Thrill. 12-8, Atlanta over GR. Rise had been the team to build some of these big leads, but now the Vibe have their best start to any set today. Abbott keeps alive after the Atlanta serve. Dimitrova pokes it to the back row. Is it in? Yes, it caught the line. 12-9, Atlanta's deficit, or now in this case, their lead is 3.
What a smart shot by Dimitrova, showing that tip, getting the defense to crash in, and then finding that deep line shot.
You see our camera technology to tell you where that hit. It couldn't have rid the line anymore if it wanted to. Quick look out in front, and Marley Monserrat, the setter, getting in on the act. 13-9 Atlanta. Back to Karis Watson in the Vibe. Hits off the top of the net. Maren Grote was ready for it, but a service error, and that's the point that the Rise needed.
I think it's safe to say that serving tough was a part of both teams' game plans coming into tonight.
Amelia Dimitrova to serve for Grand Rapids. Handled, Monserrat, 10-foot line attack. Lazareva gets the point, and it's 14-10 Atlanta. What's changed here in the 3rd set for the Vibe?
Again, it's that energy. They look like one cohesive unit right now. Took them a little bit to find it, but now that they have, this is a different ball game.
Vibe 4-1 coming into action today. Their only loss to Grand Rapids. Serve goes over, Sponsel gives it to Evans, finds Dimitrova, and down it goes. She swings, it lands. Amelia Dimitrova makes it a 3-point deficit. We've seen the Rise go on runs in each of the first 2 sets. They will need another to tighten the score. Simone Abbott to serve. Pounds it over. Monserrat, backside Edmond, is it in? Out of bounds, a little too long. Had to wait to find out, and look how close that was.
Edmond wanted that swing. You could hear that up all the way up here.
2 straight for Grand Rapids. Abbott pounds it into the net. A service error for GR. 15-12, 5. Give it to Leah Edmond, one of the best players in the Pro Volleyball Federation, to serve. Sends it up, floats it over, into the net rather. Didn't quite have the steam, and the 2 teams trade service errors. Sponsel comes out. Back in comes Kayla Caffey to help out up front. Maren Grote serves for the Rise. Hence keeps it, Monserrat for Lazareva, partially blocked. Dimitrova keeps it alive. Evans to Chassé, kept alive by Atlanta. Monserrat back row attack, blocked out in front, and Atlanta recovers. Far side, slams, too strong. And could we get our first challenge? Atlanta thinks that Grand Rapids got a piece of it. And we will go to our first video replay here on Sunday. I'm surprised it took this long.
I am too. You got to save those, Dan. And, you know, something that everybody at home might not realize is not only is Vibe looking to maybe get that caller burst, but this is a great opportunity for them to talk with their team, slow things down without burning a timeout.
Feels like we've used those Bolt 6 cameras a little bit more here in the 3rd set. That margin for error getting smaller and smaller for Atlanta, so they'll call Texas. That's where the headquarters are. They'll take a look and see exactly whether or not, in this case, Grand Rapids was able to get a finger on it. And there's a look at it. What do you think here, Grace?
I'm not seeing a touch from this angle, and I mean, the players know it best, and Rise didn't turn around and call for a touch, and typically they will, trying to get those defensive players to be able to get a hand on that ball.
Todd Dagenet's Atlanta Vibe lose the challenge, and it's a 1-point game. No block touch. Maren Grote serves once again. And she lands it in the corner. Ace for Maren Grote. We're tied at 15.
Grote is in every stat category tonight. She's got to be feeling good down there.
It's just the second ace of the year for Maren Grote, and it comes at a perfect time. Looking for another one. This time, it's kept alive. Monserrat to Lazareva, handled by Dimitrova. Great diving play by Evans. Chance at the net, Taffy. Recovered by Atlanta, and an easy look and a slam. Shelley Fanning gives the Vibe a 1-point lead.
Great shot by Fanning, going wrist away from the block, and great job by Monserrat finding her in transition on that quick play.
Fanning serves with her team up a point. Atlanta 16, Grand Rapids 15. Kept alive, Evans looking for Caffey. Atlanta recovers. Now it's the Rise's turn as their attack is quelled. Dimitrova floats it over. Monserrat, back row attack. Handled by GR, good job by Dimitrova, and she gets the point! We're tied at 16. Amelia Dimitrova coming up big in set 3.
Great decision by Evans, reversing the flow and going backside to Dimitrova. She does a phenomenal job of looking over at the opposing block every time she contacts the ball.
Ashley Evans serves for Grand Rapids. All even at 16, Atlanta. Recovered there by GR, they want Dimitrova. Saved by Leah Edmond. Looking for the far side. Abbott's been busy in the back row. Evans wants Chassé, partially blocked and kept alive. They go the opposite way again, and down it goes with Anna Lazareva. This has been the set I think a lot of people were expecting today.
Absolutely. Vibe finally finding their vibe and able to hand Grand Rapids a bit of a tougher challenge in the first 2 sets.
It's 2-0 Grand Rapids. We're in set 3. These two teams met almost 10 days ago with the Rise winning in 4 sets. Before the serve, a whistle, and Leah Edmond going over to chat with our head official. Our first referee, Bill Thornburg, with some quick thoughts for Edmond. What could they be talking about here, Grace? You're the coach.
I'll be honest, I'm stumped. I'm not sure.
Is it a rotation issue, perhaps?
George may have called for a rotation check, but I don't know.
Grand Rapids may be challenging. And a hush falls over Van Andel Arena.
You could hear a pin drop in here just now.
So let's see exactly what the contest is. As it stands right now, the Vibe hold a 17-16 lead. Just the 3rd time in this inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation season. They're challenging a net touch. There's the look. And is the lower part of the net what Grand Rapids is saying? They are saying it's a net touch. What a challenge by GR.
Nice eyes by Kathy George.
And that takes what was a 1-point Vibe lead and gives it to Grand Rapids. Boy, and that challenge couldn't have come any more at the last second.
Absolutely not. Full 2-point conversion. Wouldn't be surprised if this ball goes to Edmond out of the back row.
We'll see how important this one looms as we get into the crucial stages of set number 3. That's Claire Chassé. Now instead, Ashley Evans get a chance to send it over. The Rise looking to extend the lead, an inch closer to a match win. A chance at the net, and a net touch on Atlanta.
Looks like they called maybe a back row attack by Monserrat.
Oh, back row tap. Can't do that.
So she's got to contact that ball before it crosses the plane of the net. Looks like she extended over on the Rise side.
That's a big point for Grand Rapids. The Vibe at one point had as big as a 5-point lead. Free ball for Grand Rapids. Evans, Dimitrova, held alive by the Vibe. Lazareva gets the point. The Vibe able to stop this Rise run. It's 18-17.
Great job by Vibe coming out of that. Calm and collected with that challenge. Those points can be frustrating, but they did a great job of holding their own.
Here's Lazareva. Last played in China. The Super League Foreign Player of the Year. Another point goes to Atlanta that ties us at 18.
Dimitrova looking for those high hands, but missed it long.
Another chance for the 10-year pro. All tied at 18. And a service error gives the Rise the edge.
That's a tough one this late in the set, and especially with being down 2 sets, you have to put those balls over top for Vibe, but just a little bit too much on it.
Now the Rise put it in the hands of Airclair. It's Chassé from the serve line. A little more conservative there, floats it over, and a block out in front. But out of bounds it goes. Point Atlanta, 19-19. We saw a lot of tie scores back on Monday. And now it's finding us again here on Sunday. Anna Linehan will serve. And do we have another challenge perhaps? Grand Rapids, sounds like we heard, challenging net touch. Well, so far the challenges have actually been a pretty good decision on the GR side. They're 2 for 2.
Absolutely. We'll see if George can get 3 for 3 on this one.
Meanwhile, Atlanta's used 1 here in this third set. By the way, we didn't have any challenges until this point, and maybe that's something else. Now that young man is having the best day ever. But again, you got to be careful if you're Todd Dagenet, because you've only got 1 challenge left. If you lose it, you don't have any left in the third set.
Absolutely. Both teams taking this opportunity to recuperate.
Looks like no net touch this time. So GR loses this challenge, so now they're down to 1 as we go into the final moments of set number 3. One that Grand Rapids hopes ends this contest. Linehan serves for Atlanta. Handled. Evans. Caffey denied that time. Quick attack and a point. That looked like the happy birthday play Grace was talking about. Marley Monserrat. It's a 1-point Vibe lead.
I love it, and again, it's giving the opposing block something else to worry about. Have to stay with that setter just a little bit longer.
See, I'm figuring out what we're supposed to be looking for. Held alive by Simone Abbott. A chance for her. Blocked. Karis Watson, one of the best in the PVF. 21-19, Atlanta's lead is 2.
That block's got to feel good. Right back in Abbott's face. That's a momentum builder.
Can the Rise dig out the momentum Atlanta's created? Evans, opposite side. Dimitrova, no chance for Atlanta. Rise needed that one.
What an angle by Dimitrova.
And for Dimitrova, that's kill number 14. Kayla Caffey serves. The Rise need a point to tie us up at 21. As they try to keep themselves over the 500 mark with a win today. Hence, Monserrat, Edmond, blocked but handled. Watson, free ball comes over and it's down, courtesy of Dimitrova. We're tied at 21.
Happy birthday.
I'm never gonna be able to get that out of my head now. You know that, right?
It's habitual at this point. I can't help it.
Kayla Caffey to serve for GR, the former Texas Longhorn. Monserrat back row attack. Held alive momentarily, but it falls, and the Vibe get a big point late. 22-21 Atlanta. Well, the Vibe are no strangers to getting some big points late. They took down Omaha in 5 sets, and they were up against it for a good portion of that match. Kamaili Hiapo entering to serve. Keeping it alive is Grand Rapids. Evans back to Amelia, taps it, and it's handled there. Atlanta going to the opposite side, and too strong. 22 all.
The composure of these players this late in the game is just a testament to their experience at the collegiate professional level. They've been in high stakes situations, and they're able to still play calm and collected at this late match.
This is where it gets really interesting in set 3. A look at Amelia Dimitrova, the 17-year pro, hoping she can close it out for Grand Rapids, looking to take the lead here. Comes over, Monserrat wants Edmond, and it's down for a point.
I mean, who else are you gonna go to?
She couldn't have tucked it in any better. 23-22, and if the Vibe get a point here, they will find their first set point here on Sunday.
Look for Dimitrova to take this ball out of the backcourt.
Monserrat serves for Atlanta. Pounds it near the back row. Sponsel keeps it alive. Evans wants Abbott. Pokes it over, and Hens in there to keep it alive for Atlanta. They want Lazareva. Blocked down in front. Comes up towards the middle. Grote set it up, and Dimitrova ties this at 23. A big swing of the left arm, and it's the first to the next 2 points. Simone Abbott will serve. We're not going to go anywhere. 23-23 here in set 3, and it'll be Simone Abbott who throws that high arcing, winding serve, which is as nasty as any in the PVF. She's already got an ace today. We'll be at the service line for Grand Rapids. So the Vibe have kept this one tighter, and you mentioned momentum being it, but we've also said Leah Edmond's name quite a bit here down the stretch. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Absolutely not. She, you know, this late in the game, you're going to find the hot hand, and Leah Edmond has been it. She's got experience at Kentucky, her professional experience. She is that player that, as a setter, you are going to find her on the court in these big moments.
Quick look at some of the numbers. Anna Lazareva, 18 kills. She's got a kill percentage at 49% today. Edmonds got 11 for the Vibe. Meanwhile, on the Grand Rapids side, 16 for Amelia Dimitrova. Claire Chaussee with 6. It's been a little bit of more of a quieter match for Chaussee here today, but all it'll take is a couple of big swings of that right arm here down the stretch that could put her presence felt in a big way. A serve comes over, Atlanta responds. A block at the net that falls out of bounds, and the Vibe have set point.
Scully subbed in on Rye's side to maybe put in a bit more of a consistent serve. They're going to keep her into pass.
Leah Edmond serving for set point. Is it in? Yes, an ace by Edmond takes the 3rd set for the Vibe. A little bit of confusion in the back row that time, and it cost the Rise set number 3. A timeout here at Van Andel Arena, the 4th set. Of course it would go to 4 sets. The last time these two teams met, it lasted 4 sets. The Rise were able to emerge victorious that time. They're gonna have to do it in 4 sets when we come back here on Rise Radio and YouTube TV.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution.
Indoor volleyball, Pro Volleyball
Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us.
Let's start the third, now fourth set. Playing a little extra, at least as far as Grand Rapids was concerned. Back here at Van Andel Arena, Dan Hasty, Grace Will, Simone Abbott serves to start us off in set number 4. Atlanta looking to continue building that momentum, and they get this first point. 1-0 Atlanta on top. There was a game between sets 3 and 4 where two kids came out, and the name of the game was to identify TV show theme songs. The first two were rather easy. They both knew those. First, Evans looking for Chassé. You had to see it to believe it. First off, it's Sponsel looking for Claire again. Popped up. What a play by Watson to keep it alive. That one too strong, and Grand Rapids evens us up. So Bluey was the first one, then it was SpongeBob SquarePants, and then they started playing Sesame Street's theme song, and neither of the two ladies down on the floor knew the song, and all the people 40 and over just started freaking out. Nearly a service ace there from Aaron Grope, but instead it leads to a point, and the Rise make a 2-1 lead. I'll let you guess which side of the fence Grace Will was on when Sesame Street came on. Here's a look for Leah Edmond. Tapped over and a point. Just finding where Grand Rapids wasn't. We're tied at 2.
I was stumped, Dan. I was stumped.
You should have saw the looks on the faces in the stands. By the way, did have our attendance for this contest. 4,566. 4,566. For the Rise in 5 on Sunday. Rise looking for the lead with Chassé. Partially blocked, Abbott keeping it alive, what a play. Chassé leads to a point, and it all comes from the back row and Simone Abbott.
You'll hear it from Nebraska head coach John Cook. Defense wins games, Dan, and we saw that there with Abbott's excellent save.
Simone Abbott having a day. Ashley Evans serves, handled on the reception. A diving dig out by the libero Sponsel. Dimitrova's attack, collected by Atlanta. Lazareva pops it over. Sponsel wants to go to Dimitrova. Collected by Atlanta. They go to Edmond, blocked out in front, and it falls just out of bounds. Nearly snuck it in. Looked like Marin Grote. Check that. That was Caffey.
Sponsel is so fun to watch with her beach experience. She can just make some plays one-handed that a lot of players on this court can't.
We're tied at 3. Edmond pops it over. Sponsel, Evans, want Chasse, and that time, Air Claire in full effect, make it 4-3 GR. Big swing of the right hand, that's her 8th kill today.
For those of you at home that don't know, Sponsel is an excellent beach player experience with USA. Set at UCLA, hit outside at Loyola Marymount. There's not a position on the court she can't play.
Another point goes to GR, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point lead. You were talking about Sponsel. She's part of the youngest team to represent USA in beach volleyball at the 2021 Tokyo Games. She was also a national champion at the collegiate level on the indoor side at UCLA. Over it goes from Chasse. Monserrat, Lazareva pounds it down, and it's 5-4 GR.
And back to Sponsel, she's only 5'8", and that's just a testament to her athleticism.
One thing you pointed out was that she was an outside hitter once upon a time, and at that size, you don't just see very many outsides. She did that at Loyola Marymount. Dimitrova putting some heat on that one at 6-4 GR. And Dimitrova actually went over to apologize. That's when you know you hit it square.
I've been hit in the face a few times, not at this level, and it hurts. So I feel for Shelly over there on that.
Shelly Fanning. She comes out, and Kayla Caffey serves for GR. The serve long. 6-5, GR's lead is 1. Sponsel back, Caffey off. Now Lazareva. Serving for Atlanta. She's had a big day today. Chasse to Dimitrova. To the net, sneak attack. Chasse handles for Grand Rapids. They want Caffey, and it falls. Kayla, or check that, that's Simone Abbott, beg your pardon. It's 7-5 GR with the lead. And Simone Abbott has had quite a last set and a half. Abbott's got 9 kills to go along with an ace today. Now Amelia Dimitrova looking to expand a 2-point lead for GR. Serves it over. Collected. Karis Watson nicks the top of the net. Grand Rapids looks to take advantage of it. Abbott sends it across. Atlanta free balls it back. Evans with options. Opposite side to Grote. Atlanta's there. Looking for a back row attack. And a point for Atlanta. Edmond was there. It's 7-6 GR.
Let's go, Rise! Let's go, Rise! Let's go, Rise!
The serve goes to Allie Linehan, just activated from the injured list in advance of this match. Ends up towards the net. Nice job by Evans to give a chance to free ball it over. Monserrat to the back row. Kept alive, but not enough when we're tied at 7. Linehan getting it done from the 10-foot line, and now a chance to give her Vibe team the lead. Linehan scorches it over, and Sponsel digs it out. Simone Abbott had her attack blocked. Opposite side, Dimitrova. Too strong. Point, Atlanta. They've got 3 straight.
Dimitrova taking a little bit off, going for the flatter swing, trying to find high hands, and just misses it high.
8-7 Atlanta. Linehan squares it up. Abbott to Evans, right back to Simone. Block, and it sneaks inside the back line. 4 straight for Atlanta, make it 9-7. You can see just how close that was. Timeout, Grand Rapids. Atlanta's on a 4 straight point run, and they take a 9-7 lead in set number 4. Grand Rapids leads 2-1. We step aside momentarily. Rise Volleyball on YouTube at 96 won the game.
The wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight's going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nona Miller.
Just so
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Arena, set number 4. GR with a 2-1 set lead over the Vibe. Dan Hasty, Grace Will. It's a 4 straight point run for Atlanta. One of the more important things that they've done today, Grace, is they've contained Claire Chaussee. How much of that is intentional and how much of that has just been typical game flow?
I'd have to imagine they're sticking to their game plan with that. They're targeting her on serve receive, trying to tire her out. As an L1, you carry a really big load, and right now Chaussee is struggling to handle it as well as she normally does.
Mishandles that time, and Linehan gets the ace. 10-7 Atlanta.
Let's go Rise! Let's go Rise!
Rise took the first 2 sets rather convincingly. Vibe able to sneak by in the 3rd. Evans wants Marin Grote. Atlanta keeps it going. Edmond pops it across. Evan looking for Abbott this time. Saved. Another send over. Evans tried a quick shot and Watson rejects it. And the Vibe are rolling.
Excellent job by Watson, staying with Ashley Evans. Again, these setters are not that offensive, but these middles are doing a great job of reading it.
We get a substitution. Out goes Ashley Evans. And in comes Mac Pedraza. A setter switch on the Grand Rapids side. We already saw what that has done on the Atlanta side. Now Grand Rapids trying to channel that as well. Simone Abbott, her shot, collected by Atlanta and sent back over. Chaussee with a chance from the back row. No dice, Monserrat. Lazareva kept alive there and free ball back by Sponsel. Near side of Watson. Got a piece of Dimitrova, and Atlanta red hot. 12-7-5 over GR. 7 points in a row for Atlanta. Linehan's been back on the service line long enough to grab a meal. Chaussee able to finally put a stop to the Vibe surge with one of her kills.
Great shot by Chaussee. Great job by Pedraza putting her up in a good spot for that kill.
It's kill number 8 for Claire Chaussee. Chaussee averages 17 per match. And now a whistle and a stoppage of play. Are we looking at this a little bit closer? So it's a challenge from Atlanta. And here it is.
Yep, Chaussee definitely was behind that line. Back row attack, you have to take off before the 10-foot line. Claire Chaussee did a nice job of keeping that court awareness.
So that's a lost challenge for Todd Dagenet and Atlanta. Karis Watson's shot goes long, and there's 2 straight points for GR. 7 points in a row on the Vibe side. Can Grand Rapids get a few of those back? Simone Abbott, Hence, Monserrat, and Watson gets the point for Atlanta.
Chaussee just a little late, turning to 6 on that block, and Atlanta takes advantage of it.
We started to say Karis Watson's name a bit more. Chance near the net. Maren Grote. Handled by Atlanta. Edmond blocked. Gonna be a tough play. They've just got to free ball it over. Sponsel, Pedraza. And Grote gets blocked. It's 14-9 Atlanta.
Great job by Edmond pressing on over that net.
What do you think Kathy George is looking for making that switch at setter?
I think, again, you know, with those setter changes, it's not always that the starting setter isn't playing well, but it's about those connections and seeing what a different look can do for your team.
Pedraza to Grote. Atlanta keeps it going. Back row attack. Chaussee. A quick free ball given to Atlanta. Monserrat near side Fanning. Sneaks it inside. And Atlanta with a 6-point lead in set 4.
I'll tell you what, Pedraza doing a great job coming in off the bench. I mean, she's been out for 3 sets. It's a little chilly in this arena, and as a setter, you've got to get those hands warmed up, and she's looking really comfortable right off the gate.
Sponsel went down to get it. They're looking for Chaussee. Partially blocked. Edmond gets it. Tapped. Kept alive. Great play up front by Maren Grote. Edmond slams it through and gives the Vibe a 7-point lead in set 4. And the way this set's going, Grace, we might be talking about playing the 15 here pretty soon.
Very similar to the first set, except for we've got roles changing right now, and Edmond is carrying that emotional load for her team.
Timeout GR with a 16-9 deficit. Atlanta red hot here at Van Andel on Rise Radio and YouTube.
Step of the way.
Of the numbers 1 and 2 teams in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Atlanta 4-1, Grand Rapids 2-1. So Atlanta's been a little bit busier. It was Grand Rapids who lost to Omaha here on Monday night. Really trying everything they can to not finish this week with 2 home matches and 0 victories. But it's Atlanta 16, Grand Rapids 9. 4th set, 2-1. Grand Rapids leads in sets. Karis Watson in the Vibe, trying to capitalize on all this momentum they've built. Barely kept alive. Chaussee with a chance at the net, and it turns into a point. And that was not your typical setup, but the Rise get a point, and they needed it.
A little miscommunication by Grote and Pedraza, but Chaussee able to clean it up.
And a substitution for GR. Nia Grant, the former Penn State Nittany Lion, is in. She spells Kayla Caffey. Maren Grote serves for GR. Handled by Atlanta, back row attack, and it's a point. I think Grant had a tough time getting it squared up, and it's 17-10 Atlanta. If we do go to a 5th set, that set goes to 15 points. Right now, Atlanta holding that 7-point lead. They've got to be feeling good about their chances. Kind of an awkward serve that time. Chaussee able to get the point, as maybe Air Claire starting to heat up a little bit.
Chaussee rattling off a few kills in this 4th set, and that could be a difference maker for Rise.
Mac Pedraza, the All-American. Also played a little bit at Penn State, also at Ohio State, but don't hold that against her. There's a look and another point on the Atlanta side. Who else? Anna Lazareva, 18-11 Atlanta.
Pedraza part of that group at Ohio State that really put them back on the map nationally, along with Emily Londot.
The Big Ten is where it's at in college volleyball. Pedraza, chance at the net got blocked. Keeping it alive that time of the Rise. Ivan Dimitrova couldn't get it down. Point Atlanta, 19-11, and Kathy George looks to her bench. And they will challenge.
Now, whether or not they get this call overturned, this is an excellent opportunity for Rise to resettle. They're looking a little bit off their game right now.
We're not the only
on that left pinky of Atlanta Vibe, but again, great opportunity for Rise to just reset and come out of this hot.
And is there perhaps another aspect of this play? Sometimes, and we saw this during the Omaha match, and now they're going to challenge for a net touch. And maybe you see that one right there. That might have been a net touch.
I think so. I think the ball cleared it. Looks like Linehan's left arm coming down right where her jersey meets.
That's a big challenge for Grand Rapids to win. We saw that happen. Omaha challenged multiple facets of one play. And even the Vibe are still contending and making a case. But if it was that clear of a net touch, what would Atlanta be trying to argue?
You know, it's really hard as a player. Sometimes the game is moving so fast, they really may not think that they touched it. They could also be arguing that the ball was out of bounds before the contact on the net.
We've gone from Atlanta feeling like they've got the point to Grand Rapids feeling like they got the point. And Leah Edmonds trying to make the case for why it should have stayed with the Vibe. Would be a big point. Instead of an 8-point deficit, that's a 2-point swing. And then all of a sudden, the Rise would be a little bit more in striking distance. It's going to take a run. But we've seen teams wipe out as big as a 7-point deficit.
Absolutely, and coming out of this break, it's going to be reset a bit, the momentum on both sides. It's really hard to maintain that in this long of an intermission. Kathy George is ready to get going.
And Kathy George immediately starts clapping her hands together. She's ready to keep playing. What's interesting is that Edmonds doing a lot of the talking, and we're not really seeing a whole lot from her head coach in Tab Dagenet. Then again, you can't come any closer than that 10-foot line.
No, and that, that's for the ref's safety, because this game gets very, very heated. But Edmond, that floor captain, trying to advocate for her team, but the point goes to Rise.
Claire Chassé serves for GR. After the long discussion, the point remains with Grand Rapids. Now one of the best in the PVF, hoping she can stay behind the service line for a while. Across it goes. Chance at the net. Diving stop, Sponsel. Grand Rapids wants Dimitrova. Blocked. It goes back to GR. Chance for Simone Abbott, and it goes in. It's a point for Grand Rapids. And maybe, just maybe, the momentum can shift for GR. That's what they're looking for, down by 5.
2 before 2, look to hit that 15-point mark before Vibe gets 20. Break the game into smaller groups.
Chassé to serve. Diving play by Hentz. They look for Linehan. It's blocked out in front by Dimitrova.
That's what you gotta love about this game. Just within a few points, all of a sudden Rise has that momentum back.
At one point, we thought it was going to be an 8-point deficit. Now it's 18-14 Atlanta. Chassé, her 3rd straight serve. Edmond handles. Lazareva, too strong. A point for GR, and it's a 3-point set. Timeout, Atlanta. And a little momentum for the Rise here in the 4th set. You've got the Grand Rapids Rise on YouTube in 96.1, presented by U of M Health West. Rapids Rise. They have cut into a 6-point deficit. They trail the Atlanta 5, 18-15 at Van Andel Arena. Claire Chassé at the service line, trying to propel Grand Rapids back into this 4th set. They have a 2-1 match lead. Chassé's serve dug out by Linehan. A block at the net, Dimitrova keeps it alive. Pedraza trying to set up Abbott, and a whistle and a net touch on Grand Rapids. Abbott got a little bit too close for comfort, and that stops the Rise run at 3 straight.
Watch for Monterey to take the game into her own hands at this point. She's not afraid to send the ball over on 2.
Kamaili Hiapo subs in to serve. Sponsel alive, and a chance for Simone Abbott. Popped up a mile high, but controlled by ATL. Linehan gets it over. Rise looking back row, Dimitrova. What a diving play! Monserrat keeps it alive. Pedraza to Abbott. Point, Grand Rapids. The block attempt sails near side, out of bounds.
Edmond and Chassé both doing a great job of digging those balls up and middle back. They've got a lot of ground to cover, and they're doing an excellent job.
Nia Grants, the native of Warren, Ohio, and the 2-time champ. Got her championships overseas. Chance to serve for Grand Rapids. First serve today. Keeps it alive. From the back row to the front, Chassé gets the point! It's a 2-point set here in the 4th. Claire Chassé, 19-17 Atlanta.
Claire Chassé finding that confidence and rhythm.
And that was all made possible by the great play in the back row by Nia Grant. Steps into her serve, goes towards the near side. Kill attempt is good for Atlanta.
What a set by Monterey. On her knees, reversing the flow of that ball, and it results in a kill.
Lazareva makes it 20-17 Atlanta. And now she gets to serve for the bye. Diving play, Abbott. Pedraza wants Dimitrova. Their block goes out of bounds. Point GR.
Dimitrova with a nice little walk-off after that swing.
Her 19th kill of this match. She came in averaging 13 per contest. And now the 17-year pro with the serve. Diving play. Hence ends up in the back row. Free ball back to GR. Huge opportunity. Pedraza for Abbott. It's long. Another point for GR. It's a 1-point game.
What a swing by Abbott, putting that ball down on Hentz, who, as we said earlier, very rarely can you do.
At one point, the Rise were down 7. And now they're a point away from tying us at 20. Dimitrova sends it across. Back row attack. Watson into the net. And we're tied at 20. We were getting ready for a 5th set. And now it's a race to the next 5 points. Dimitrova hoping she can stay back at the service line just a little longer. Pounds it across at the net. Diving play by Sponsel. Keeps it going. Tapped up. Dimitrova controls. Looking for Abbott. Down it goes! And the Rise take a 1-point lead.
What a save by Sponsel, and the crowd just lights up.
The biggest swing of the night belongs to Simone Abbott, but not without a little help from her friends. Sarah Sponsel with that play. Grace, you just mentioned it. And it's always fun when one libero can appreciate another.
Absolutely.
Sponsel, her athleticism is just astounding. I think that's the first time that I've heard in a while about somebody like Sponsel, a libero who can also take over as an outside hitter. I don't know if you're going to see that much at this level, but the fact that she was at the collegiate level speaks a lot to what she can do.
Absolutely, and you know, the more positions you can play, not only does that mean she's versatile as a player, but she understands what's coming her way. Her experience as a hitter and as a setter, she's able to read things on the other side of the court because she's been in that position herself.
What are you telling your team in the huddle right now if you're Kathy George?
I'm telling them to keep this momentum. They've got the crowd behind them again. It's an energy sport. We just saw an 8-point deficit turn into a 1-point lead this point in the game.
And you can't help but go back and think about that challenge just a couple of minutes ago. That spun things, and you saw Atlanta not too happy with it. And Grand Rapids has taken advantage. A 21-20 lead in the 4th set. They've got a 2-1 match lead. Dimitrova to serve for GR. Pounds it over. Edmond, Monserrat, Linehan down a point for Atlanta, and that stops the Atlanta bleeding.
Great shot by Linehan, going with that sharp cross shot. Looked like she was going to go line. She cut it open.
Linehan was on the service line when the Vibe reeled off 7 straight points. She's back there again for Atlanta. Abbott handles. Pedraza back to Simone. Point, Grand Rapids! The block attempt went out of bounds. It's 22-21 GR.
Abbott taking over as a hot hand for Rise. Wouldn't be surprised if she gets a few shots out of the back row now that she's there.
Simone Abbott. She's got an ace in this match. Hoists it high, pounds it over. Hence handles. Monserrat wants Leah Edmond, partially blocked. Pedraza, far side Grote, blocked out in front. Edmond and Karis Watson tie it at 22.
Edmond turning into her team on that huddle, firing them up. She is the emotional leader on Atlanta's side right now.
Magdalena Yelahashova subs in the serve for Atlanta. Handled Abbott, Pedraza near side. Chaussee gets the point, and it's 23-22. Atlanta is now down a point, and the Rise are closing in.
Couldn't ask for better timing for Chaussee to find her rhythm.
Didn't we say that at some point it wouldn't matter if we talked about Chaussee in crunch time? Well, here it is. Maren Grote serves for GR. Kept alive by Atlanta. Opposite side attack. Handled too long. We're tied at 23 for the second straight set here on Sunday.
You could hear that swing from up here.
The serve for the setter, Marley Monserrat and the Atlanta Vibe. Abbott controls. Pedraza wants chassé. Little tap. They try to surprise. Abbott keeps it going. Pedraza back to Claire. Diving play by Hentz. A chance at the net. Atlanta looking for set point with Edmond. And she's got the point. 24-23.
She is so fun to watch. Her ability to read the shots, to react to it, and put up a great ball with one hand.
Same situation as we saw in the third set. Monserrat to serve for Atlanta. Sponsel handles Pedraza. Nia Grant cannot center it. It's, I thought, out of bounds, and Grand Rapids will challenge this.
Might be looking for a touch off that block.
And why not? You get 2 challenges per set.
Kathy George has been pretty lucky with him tonight. Let's see if she can go for it again.
In real time, I thought that Atlanta had made contact, but these things all happen so quickly. And now all Grand Rapids can do is hope that the video replay will be in their favor. If it's not, we go to a 5th and deciding set. And regardless of how this ends up, you got to give Atlanta some credit.
Absolutely. I mean, they're giving us a show, right?
They're looking for a net touch. And you see Nia Grant trying to pound it down.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like the ball caught it. Fanning seems clear.
No net touch. Atlanta takes the 4th set. We will play a 5th and deciding set. For the first time in Grand Rapids Rise history, we go to the 5th set. And it happens on the other side of this timeout. All even up at 2, and it's the 1st to 15 when we come back. It's Pro Volleyball from GR on Rise Radio and YouTube.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us!
From
We go to a deciding 5th set in GR. It's tied at 2. Dan Hasty, Grace Will. But between this match and what we saw against Omaha on Monday, 4,566 paying customers have certainly got their money's worth. And now it's up to GR to really do something that has been a trouble spot for them here this week. And that's find a way to get momentum back after the other side is taken.
Absolutely. Again, we're going to see that serve come into play in this set. You can build great momentum off of long defensive rallies, but it's making sure that we keep that serve in play so that we don't lose it.
Grand Rapids serves to begin our 5th set. It's the first to 15 in the first 5-set match in Grand Rapids Rise history. Chassé for Hentz. Monserrat pounds it down with some help from Karis Watson, and it's 1-0 Atlanta. Was a rather convincing first 2 sets on the GR side, but Atlanta's gotten the big swings they've needed in sets 3 and 4. Sponsel with Ashley Evans having checked back in for this 5th set. Little pop touch, Evans keeps it going. Sponsel wants Dimitrova. Caffey keeps it alive. Evans right back to Amelia, and down it goes. It's a point for Grand Rapids. So Grace Ashley Evans comes back in. Why the switch after having switched her out?
You know, I feel like experience has to play a big role in that. Evans has quite a few more years over Pedraza. In a 5th set situation like this, you need that calm quarterback setter to be able to just manage the emotions of the team.
Caffey serves. Played by Linehan. Back row attack. Dimitrova finds Evans. They want Simone Abbott. Handled. Linehan. Her shot. Must have caught the line or one of the Rise hands. It's 2-1 Atlanta. And look how close this was. Right on the line. What a huge shot there for the Vibe. These points mean a little bit more in the 5th set. No room to go all the way to 25. You've got to get your run early. A serve for Monserrat. Evans, and it's slammed down by Maren Grote to tie it up at 2.
Maren Grote got a little quiet in sets 3 and 4, making her presence known early in this 5th set.
Kill number 8 for the former Washington Husky. Amelia Dimitrova to serve for GR, tied at 2. A low liner. Monserrat for Leah Edmond. Dimitrova keeps it alive. Evans wants Abbott. Atlanta keeps it going. And their kill attempt is too long. Atlanta thinks GR got a finger on it.
Looks like a challenge.
And Todd Dagenet wants to take a look at it. So whoever wins this challenge gets the lead here in the 5th set. And you see a look at Maren Grote at the net.
Looks like it got that right pinky.
And Todd Dagenet wins the challenge for Atlanta. Swap the points and give the Vibe a 3-2 lead over GR. Leah Edmond serves for the Vibe. Off the top of the net, Sponsel, Evans, little sneak attack. Atlanta holds up. Chassé with a great play in the back row. Sponsel wants Abbott, partially blocked. Hence, Monserrat, back row attack. Edmonds gets it through 2 Rise defenders, and it's 4-2 Atlanta.
Excellent decision by Monserrat. I don't think anybody in the gym knew that ball was going to Edmond.
Vibe got off to a really big lead in the 3rd set. It was all Grand Rapids to do to get back into it. They don't want to let this balloon too large. Simone Abbott pounds it down on a set from Ashley Evans, 4-3. GR's deficit is 1. And Simone Abbott goes back to serve for the Rise. Throws it a mile high. Over it goes. 2 Vibe players there, near side. Saved by Abbott in the back row. A chance at the net. Kept alive by GR. A quick look for Marin Grote. Atlanta recovers. Linehan. Her attack saved by GR and Sponsel. Chassé on the other side. Collected. Monserrat. Now a free ball over. Marin Grote finds Evans. Opposite side. Dimitrova with the point and ties it at 4. That one went on for a little while.
Something you gotta love about Henson, that serve receive contact. You saw her call Edmond and Linehan off of that ball, and that's what you love to see in that libero position, is taking control.
2 straight points for GR. Abbott shoots it into the net. Tough time for a service there. 5-4 Atlanta regains the lead. Shelly Fanning gets the serve for Atlanta. Abbott collects. They want Chassé. And a point for GR. Little trouble in front of the net, handling it for Atlanta, and we're tied at 5.
Nice job by Chassé, rattling through that double block.
Marin Grote to serve. Tied at 5. We're going to 15 here in the 5th and final set. Monserrat. Lazareva. Handle with a diving play for Abbott. Free ball to Atlanta. What a play from the back row. Linehan gets the point for Atlanta. And Abbott with an unbelievable play in the back row to keep that point alive, but Atlanta takes it away at the end.
The defensive effort on both sides of the court has been so fun to watch tonight, and that's what's keeping them in these long rallies.
Lazareva to the service line for Atlanta. Chassé, Evans, back to Claire, blocked. Caffey keeps it alive for GR, right back to Claire. And that one, near side, out of bounds. 7-5 Atlanta. Lazareva. Chassé, Evans, back to Claire. And it's a point for GR. That's Claire Chassé.
Again, got to credit Evans for going back to Claire. She missed that first ball wide, and Evans gave it right back to her.
Kill number 15 for the former Louisville Cardinal. Ashley Evans serves for Grand Rapids, trying to tie it up at 7. Monserrat with a surprise dump and an 8-6 Atlanta lead.
Monserrat has been so smart with her setting decisions and being able to go with that ball over on 2.
Back to a 2-point Vibe lead. Atlanta gets it, and Grand Rapids is ready for it. Quick look, and Dimitrova gets the point. That one didn't go on too long. Amelia Dimitrova with 22 kills tonight. 40% on the attack.
Expect her to carry a heavy load at this point in the match.
Chassé to serve into the net. Second service error of the 5th set for Grand Rapids.
Chassé struggling a bit from the service line at this point in the game. Wouldn't be surprised if Vibe tries to go after her with this serve.
Substitution, Atlanta. Kamaili Hiapo. Hiapo, formerly of BYU. A service error of her own, and it's a 1-point game. Marin Grote returns, Sarah Sponsel to the bench. 9-8 Atlanta over GR. We're playing the 15. 2 sets apiece, and we're gonna get another substitution here. And Camilla Gomez is getting ready to make her Grand Rapids Rise debut. She was a member of the Colombian national team. So Gomez, no pressure. Serve goes over, handled there at the net. It sets up perfectly. Dimitrova lands it with a right hand. hand. 9-9 tie. Let's keep Gomez back there.
Happy birthday, Dimitrova, courtesy of Gomez. Way to come off the bench and make an impact.
Camila Gomez floats it over. Monserrat, Edmond, out of bounds. Grand Rapids gets the lead.
Watch for a challenge.
In Grand Rapids, sounds like we're gonna have to wait. I didn't see a challenge initially be asked for.
Looks like just a timeout, trying to reset vibe.
Todd Dagenet, who came in and left Michigan State just before Kathy George got there, made himself a household name at Central Florida with their volleyball program. And we were kind of talking about this beforehand. We were saying essentially that volleyball, and you as a coach understand this, is like chess on a bigger board. So what are these two coaches doing with their chess pieces right now?
You know, I'd have to imagine they're talking about that serve and pass game. Again, at this point in the game, that first contact is so important to be able to set up that rhythm of the team. And both teams looking to come out of this timeout with a big kill to shift that momentum.
No challenge from Atlanta. 10-9 Grand Rapids. They've got Camila Gomez making her franchise debut in one of its most important moments in its first ever fifth set. Atlanta looking to get this thing tied up. Gomez keeps it alive. Abbott wants Dimitrova. A fight at the net, and Grand Rapids has a 2-point lead. Dimitrova swatted it with the left hand, and it's 11-9.
Dimitrova is so impressive with her body control this match, her ability to stay out of the net on those tight balls and find a way to tool the block.
23 kills for Dimitrova. Gomez serves again. A low line drive. They want Edmond, who sends it to the hardwood, and it's 11-10, the Vive answer. And out goes Camila Gomez, and her bench is loving the contribution she just gave.
Neither one of these teams is going to go down without a fight.
Sarah Sponsel back in as well. Takes the place of Kayla Caffey. Marley Monserrat, who was so pivotal in the Vibe, changing their fortune, serves. Grand Rapids, Evans, Dimitrova, got the point, and it's 12-10 GR. Emilia Dimitrova took over late against Atlanta the last time these two teams played, and she's doing it again, 24th kill.
So fun to watch these players crank it up a bit in this fifth set. Seems like they're hitting a little bit harder. These balls mean more.
A point here would give the Rise control. Dimitrova to serve. Handled by Edmond, far side look, blocked out in front, and Grand Rapids has 3 straight points when it matters most. Timeout, Atlanta. 13-10 Grand Rapids, and I can't help but be thinking about Camila Gomez coming in right now. She just had probably the best sequence that she could have asked for.
Absolutely. I mean, it is so hard to come into this game off the bench, especially from the service line. And she just did an excellent job, and that is just a testament to her training, to her mental toughness.
So the Rise 1 point away. We're keeping it right here. Grand Rapids back in action coming up at San Diego. That'll be on the 23rd, and that will be on the road. So that's a Friday night matchup, 10 p.m. between the Rise and the Mojo. How about Emilia Dimitrova? 24 kills. That is a franchise record for the Grand Rapids Rise. Claire Chassé had 21 back on opening night. And now Dimitrova with a lot riding on this serve with her team up by 3. Over it goes. Monserrat wants Edmond. Saved there by Chassé, and it floats out of bounds. Point Atlanta. They needed it. The Rise lead is 2.
So much power. Leah Edmond got her entire body into that swing, and it pays off.
The 19th, rather 20th kill for Edmond. It's her serve. Abbott for Evans. Back row attack. Dimitrova gets the point! Rattles around in front of the net, and the Rise have match point here in GR.
No answer for Dimitrova tonight. She is carrying this match on her back.
Simone Abbott checks out. Shannon Scully, the product of USC, the one-time Trojan. 1 point away from giving Grand Rapids its first ever 5-set win. Scully, over it goes. Monserrat, near side, blocked. A chance for GR. Evans, Dimitrova, diving play. And a whistle. And it's down! Grand Rapids wins!
And who else's swing would it be?
A 5-set victory for GR. Grand Rapids 15, Atlanta 11. And Grand Rapids on this night rises to the occasion against Atlanta.
The crowd is on their feet, and we couldn't have asked for a better match here tonight. Excellent play from both teams.
The Rise stay over 500. They are moving to 3-1 on the season. And in this one, Kathy George's team was tested. It is really hard to beat the same team 2 times in a row. And we saw exactly what made that difficult here tonight.
I mean, Vibe just did a great job of sticking with it. That's something that you emphasize as a coach and as a player, is just never letting your foot off the gas and never say die, right? You don't stop playing until you hear the whistle, and I think both teams did an excellent job of that and just sticking in those long rallies. Rise able to capitalize on some errors on the Vibe side, and we saw Emily Dimitrova just take over this match.
It was Dimitrova who got the final attack, and it was called a dig error on Leah Edmond. She went down to try and get it, but it got a piece of the floor, and that's all she wrote here at Van Andel Arena. We take a timeout. Our post-game show is on the other side of this timeout. Grand Rapids gets the win, 3-2. This one was fun. You're listening to Rise Radio and watching along on YouTube.
Years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight's going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nunavilla.
Just so